Hey there, Lucas Balahood with you today of the Balahood Group Real Estate Services at Coldwell Banker Armour Real Estate. Here's your June housing market report for Durham Region. And we saw some interesting observations this month, but certainly a lot of what is happening has been consistent from what we've been seeing over the last number of months here throughout our spring market in Durham Region. We saw a 4% drop in sales month over month from 850 down to 817,000, but also a drop in new listings from 2,461 in May down to 2,282 last month. So it's a pretty sizable change in new inventory that's hit the market. However, essentially because sales have dropped, our existing inventory has increased at about 4.5% from 2,798 to begin June to 2,925 active listings to wrap up the month. So what did we really see happen on a micro level there? Well, we saw some changes in the average sale price for condo style properties. We saw condo townhouses drop an average sale price of about 4% month over month and 2.5% for a condo apartment. Now, when we're talking about overall inventory here in Durham, we're up to about 3.6 months of inventory now, which is, really approaching a balanced market. And that's where we've been for the last little while here. So that's something certainly to keep in mind because the housing market is shifted. We've seen the balance of power move from the sellers over to the buyers. And when we're seeing things selling at about 100% of the asking price on average for in around 21 days, on market on average, that means essentially a homeowner has about 3 weeks to expose their home to sufficient number of buyers, and if they haven't received an offer in that time, there's probably a good chance that that home is overpriced. And again, because the average list to sale price ratio is hitting bang on at 100%, if the alignment or the relationship between the home's condition and the offered price are not really strong or close, then it's more likely that home is going to sit on the market and help other homes actually sell. So from a pricing standpoint, super important that you get that correct. And again, if you've been on the market for more than 3 weeks, you may be overpriced. Something certainly to keep in mind. But when we're talking about increased inventory and how that's been rising over the last little while here, well, like on a year-over-year basis, we've seen a 34% increase in the number of active listings. Surprisingly, only a 2%, so a marginal bit of growth there in the number of new listings in a month-over-month basis, in June on a year-over-year basis. But from our time on market standpoint, is relatively consistent. But our inventory levels this time last year were also a little over 2 months of inventory at this point in time. So I think we are in a unique pocket here as we get into the summer. But the negative pressure on pricing is only going to continue so much that if inventory continues to rise and no more or fewer buyers engage in the marketplace, we're going to see more downward pressure on prices. So from a selling standpoint, think of this is if a home on your street sells today for, let's say, a simple number of $750,000, that's kind of that entry level freehold market price here in Durham. So let's say that home sells for $750,000 today. Next week, because of that negative pressure that prices are experiencing right now, odds are that same type of home next week or next month is going to be worth less. So, messing around at a higher price, for lack of a better phrase, is actually going to cost you more in the long run because the price that you should have been listed at previously is not going to be there if you wait any longer to get it priced at fair market value. So something to keep in mind. But you know what? On the buying side of things, this is a great opportunity because there's fewer buyers typically shopping during the summer. We get into the summer holiday season. People are away, with their families enjoying that nice weather before school starts again. So these months here in July and August, you'll find less competition amongst buyers. You'll have, obviously, as we've seen, lots of options. And compared to this time last year, affordability has improved significantly. So it's a great time to buy a home here in Durham Region. So if you have any questions on potential home search or in the value of your home, or you've just got some lifestyle factors that you need to take into consideration here when creating that overall plan for you and your family in 2025, we'd be happy to help you navigate that situation. So feel free to reach out and feel free to like, subscribe, and follow along here. And again, share this information with any of your friends or family that may find it useful. So thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic month of July, and we'll be with you again soon. Stay tuned, and bye for now.